this uh, what do you call the importing a table into a database. Okay, so last time I think last Thursday or Friday, Thursday, yeah, we had this import thing, but it's a lengthy process. Okay, so there are different ways that you can do. Okay, so those who missed out the last session, I'll repeat again. Okay, so we are trying to import data set from Kaggle site. Okay, so I went to a website and then I'll just go and okay, Kaggle, yeah, Kaggle is already open. So I'll just refresh. I'll download some data sets. Okay, so I have this bronze, gold, IBM HR, employee attrition and performance. Okay, I'll just click on this. Okay, why? Because if you see here, there is a gold data. Okay, so if you have noticed, those who missed out, I'll just go through it. Kaggle or any site you can go download the data set for your practice. Don't just rely with DVD rental. So you need to import different files to practice. Okay, because we have next topics that we're going to start tomorrow or day after tomorrow is the aggregation. So in aggregation, we need some different data sets. Okay, now here you see the category here: silver, bronze and gold. Okay, so when it is gold, it means it's a clean data and it has been verified. Okay, so you have another thing, HR analytics, job change of data scientist. Okay, some topics are there, you can download anything, any data. Okay, if you have a gold, go for it. If you don't have, go for silver. Okay, or else bronze. Okay, last option is bronze. So I'll just click on this. Okay, and now when you click on this window, you will get to see this option here. Okay, you have a download option, you can click on it. Okay, and here you have a data set. Okay, now whatever the code that you are seeing here, this you can embed in uh, Python. Okay, so if you take this code and add it into your code, right, you can easily work on this data set. Okay, so that is also one option. Now I will download this. Okay, okay, so I think, yeah, it's downloaded. I'll just open this, extract all. Okay, so I have this file. Okay, so you see the name and all, it has some HR hyphen and all, right? So you can give up a meaningful name. I'll just give a meaningful name. I'll just go to properties and I'll say I'll just remove all these things, HR underscore employee attrition. Okay, I've changed this. Let me open this file. So I have these columns. Okay, so we have a lot of columns here, up to, okay, 1 minute. Yeah, we have this many columns. Okay, now you see every column is represented with the data type here, right? I'll just format this, center, then bold. Okay, now you see age is in numeric form, attrition yes no in boolean type, then you have business travel, some random string, and you have underscore also. You can I mean you can mention this as varchar. Okay, Whenever you see some uh, characters, right? Then you can add if you have at the rate, hyphen, dash, hyphen, whatever, right? You can use varchar. Now this one daily rate. This is also integer. Okay. Let me just select how many we have. Okay, records. So how many records? 1471. Okay, so that's our record. And here you have and so first you have to look at the data and then you have to select what type of data type this column is holding, this column is holding. Okay, now there are two ways. Okay, now same thing. If you see last time I have downloaded a file called Netflix from Kaggle. Okay, so Netflix. Okay, and download the CSV file and extract to CSV and copy all the columns. Okay, so whenever you copy, okay, I'll show you. SQL Netflix. Yeah, this is the file. Okay, so if you see here, I have uh, see I have less columns here. Okay, so I'll just adjust so that I can populate all in one screen. Okay, so hardly I have 10 columns here. Okay, whenever you import, this is one of the methods. Okay, I'm not saying all the time you have to do like this. Okay, this is one of the methods. Okay, you have to copy the okay column names. Okay, like I have description, so you can properly select all these things, copy. Okay, and then you have to okay, so just assuming this is my column, I'll put it in comments. Okay, so this is my column names. Okay, show ID, movie type, title, director, these are all my column names. Okay, now whenever you want to import, okay, just make sure you create a separate database. Okay, so for example, if I am not sure, yeah, I created Netflix that day. Yeah, so just think I have something called HR data now. Okay, so I'll click on this. I'll say HR database. Okay, I'll just give a simple name and I'll then click on save. And then I have the HR database created here. Okay, in this case, Netflix. This is the one I created last week's session. Okay, this is a repeated session again. I'm doing because there are 2 to 3 type of imports. Okay, one is this lengthier method. Other one I'll show you the easiest method with HR database. Okay, now what is the syntax you will write? You'll say create table Netflix. Okay, you are creating a table, new table called Netflix. Okay, same thing for HR also I don't have, so I'll say employee HR table or something. Okay, or employee table, whatever looks good for me based on the data set. I'll create in HR. So here I'm creating a Netflix table and I'm adding those columns here. Okay, the one which I copied from the Excel sheet, I'm just copying, and you see next to it is the data type. Okay, here I'm explicitly mentioning what data type this column is holding. Okay, so I have added like movie name, movie type, okay, title, director, varchar, casting, all this. Okay, whatever you see here, I have added all those here. Okay, and then after adding, I just close the bracket and then I ran this. Okay, so what happens after running this? It created a table. Okay, so I'll just go to schema public So I have this table. I'll just delete this drop cascade drop. Okay. So right now I don't have any tables here. Okay, nothing. Okay, even if you expand, nothing comes out. So I'm just creating this one. Okay, so it says successfully created. Okay, now you see it is created and all these columns are created here. The one which I have just created. Okay, this is for creating a skeleton. Okay, in your table. Okay, with the column names and all. Now we will run select star from Netflix. These commands you know, DDL commands. Okay. Now, okay, I have all these columns. You can see. Okay, all these columns are there. Okay, but we don't have any data because we have not imported any data. Okay, but how do you copy a file here? Okay, how do you copy a data from Excel? Okay, so you will use something called copy command. Okay, copy, copy, and where do you want to insert? We have a table called Netflix. Okay, so Netflix, what you have to do is you have to take all these column names, movie type, title, director, casting, till description. Okay, till description. Okay, and then close from. Okay, from where? Okay, you have to give the CSV file wherever you have saved. Okay, so if you have saved under download folder, you have to give a path here. Okay, see users, download, then file name, wherever you have to give the location, and you have to add this delimiter because this is CSV delimiter is there, so you have to tell instruction. So there is a comma after one. uh, Okay, so this is one. Okay, comma, this is another column, and after delimiter this another column. Likewise you have to mention here. Okay, delimiter, and you want to retain the CSV headers. Okay, CSV header means whatever the headers we have in CSV file, it should validate against the data that we are importing here. Okay, from this file, CSV file. Okay, we have already given. Maybe by mistake we might uh, make some mistakes here with the names of the column names and other things, right? So if you give this, it will make sure whatever matching is there. Sorry, for example, netflix.csv file, we have a matching called show id, so that will be pointed to this column called show id. Okay, likewise you have to match all the screens, sorry, all the columns. Okay, I'll just select and run it. Okay, so it has copied 7787. Okay, that's the total number of rows from this file. So if I select, okay, e missing. Okay, now I have the data here, you see. Okay, and how many rows? 7787. Okay, so this is how I imported a file which I downloaded manually, and I created a table first, a skeleton, and then I imported the data. Okay, so this is what we need because you're gonna do this uh, practice with aggregate and all. You need a different data set. Okay, so don't stick with DVD rental. We don't have a lot of data there, numeric, which we want to learn. The aggregate functions and other things, right? You need to have a good database. Sorry, a good data source so that you can practice like sales data, marketing data, HR retention, attrition. Okay, if you have those kind of data, then we can make some sense in our learning. Okay, So this is one option where you have to explicitly mention all the column names and then you have to import it. One minute, guys. Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is method 2. Okay. So we will see the copy statement, okay, in more details. Okay. Now whichever the file I downloaded, I'll use that one, the HR analytics. Okay. HR analytics database that I just downloaded. Okay. Um, okay. Let me copy this file. Uh, I'll just copy to my location. Okay. So that okay, it is all open. Okay, one minute. Okay, so where is HR? Yeah, HR underscore attrition. I'll just copy the name here. Okay, and the file name is this dot csv. Okay, now I will import this. Okay, using a copy command. Okay, so what is the syntax for copy? Okay, and here, see, I have selected Netflix. Here I should select a different one. Okay, so database, HR database, and then save. Yes. Okay, because I already created a different database here for my, this is Netflix, this is HR database. Okay, so here I want to do this testing. Okay, right now if I go to table, I don't have anything. Okay, if I refresh, nothing is happening because I didn't create any table. So I'll give the command here. Okay, employee attrition, that's yeah, attrition. Copy employee attrition from. Okay, So here I'll just take the link here, same thing. Only thing is I have to change the file name. Okay, here the file name would be this. Okay, so just change the last part. Instead of Netflix, I'll say HR attrition from. Okay, and then I have delimiter, comma. Where is comma? Yeah, comma, and then CSV header. CSV header. Okay, so it's the same. Okay, only thing is we are mentioning this, all these things. Okay, let me run this and see. Delimiter. Okay, Limiter. Yeah, delimiter. Okay, now you see what it says is error relation employee attrition does not exist because we didn't create the table itself, right? So we'll just go here and we'll create a table. Okay, so you can see here again it says error at the end of the input. Why? Because it needs the columns. Okay, without that it will not create. So there are different ways that you can do that. Okay, uh, 1 minute. What is create table? I'll create what's that? HR attrition, right? Okay, this is the table I'm creating here. Attrition. Okay, now I have something called HR attrition. Okay, let me see if it will import HR underscore attrition. Okay, so I changed the name because I created HR underscore attrition. So same name, I'll keep it here and let's see. Okay, so it says HR attrition does not exist.
Because the file name is HR underscore employee attrition, right? Dot CSV.
No, no, no. That is just a file we are importing.
Okay, path. Okay.
So HR underscore attrition. Let me see if the skeleton or something is created. Select start from attrition does not exist, but the table is here. Okay. Sometimes if the columns are not there, it will create a problem. Okay. Now, what we can do is see this is one way. Okay. You have to give all the column names. Okay. Now, I have like 100 column names. I don't want to do that. Okay. I don't want to do that. So what is the other option? If I right click here, I have something called import export data. Okay, so I'll click on import. Okay, so here this is the window you will get. Okay, so you have to say import, yeah, import, and then you have to select your file name. So I'll go to, yeah, this one, HR employee attrition. I selected a file, so this is a CSV format. Okay, and then you can there is one more called header. 1 minute, it should be Reference. Yeah, header. Okay, header on. Okay, and then you have delimiter. Okay, this has to be checked. Same thing, whatever we are writing, right? Same thing. Okay, and what else? What else? And then you have another one called columns to import. Okay, columns to import. We don't have anything right now. Okay, because it is empty. And even if I select now, it will fail. Okay, because it is not recognizing the columns. Okay, it is not matching with this file. Okay, so what we'll do is we will create a table with this condition. Okay, so I'll just drop it. Okay, so I'll just copy this, create table HR iteration. Okay, and then I'll just open and close, and then I'll open the Excel file quickly, and then I'll just copy the column names. Okay, so what is the last column name? Current manager. Okay, says something current manager. Okay, so I'll just paste it here. Okay, let me just verify if I have all years with current manager. Okay, let me just verify this one more time. Yeah, yeah, correct. 1 minute, I'll just want to verify one more time. 1, 2, 3. So count is 35. 35 columns I have. See. Okay. So I'll just copy and yeah, I've already pasted, right? Yeah. Okay. So age. What is the age? I'll add integer. Okay. Attrition. So what is the data type of attrition here? Attrition, yes or no? Okay. So I'll add where care. Simple. Okay. So business travel. Where care. Yeah. Okay. And make sure you put a comma here. Okay. If you don't put a comma, it will throw an error. Okay. Where care. Okay. Daily rates. I think it's a integer. Integer. Department where care. Okay. And then we have distance from home. I think this is also distance from home integer. You can see the data type. Okay, department. See, I have put varchar because if you put string, this and ampersand sign that you see in between, right? It will create a problem. Okay, you never know. You might find some other letters here. Okay, so just make sure. Okay, check the data type and then you assign the variables. Okay, education is 213 integer again. So 2 education, this is also integer. integer, education field. Okay, so I'll just give blindly varchar. Okay, then we have employee count. Okay, this is integer comma employee number. Okay, employee number. Let me check that data type. Employee number. It's a pure. It's a pure numeric, right? You don't have some code or like B, C, M like that, right? So it's a integer. Okay. Next one is what is this? Environment satisfaction. So what is this environment satisfaction? This is also integer, and this one is gender is varchar. Okay, if you do it manually, right, you will get an idea. Even if it throws some error, it will be very interesting in troubleshooting. Okay, this is how you're going to learn. So longer the better. Okay, in more column names. So where are we left now? Hourly rate. Where is hourly rate? Integer, integer, integer. All three are integer. Int, int, and job level is also integer. Okay, job role. Okay, role could be varchar, I guess. Yeah, varchar. Okay, and then integer. Job satisfaction is integer. Job satisfaction is integer. Integer, comma, marital status. This is varchar. Okay, and this one is monthly and monthly rate, and this one all integer. Okay. Monthly income int int, and this one number of company work is also integer. Okay, and this one over 18 years, I think it will be yes or no, I guess. 1 minute. Over 18 years, yeah, yes or no, right? So yes means it's a boolean value. You can simply say varchar over time. Okay, we have over time also. Over time will be numeric. Okay, next one is salary hike. Over time, see, over time is boolean, true or false, and this one is numeric. Okay, so I made a mistake. Performance rating, it will be an integer only, comma. Okay, performance rating, yeah, integer. This one is relationship satisfaction is also int, comma. Standard hours. Okay, we have to use standard hours. Okay, If you see here, the standard hour column, okay, so this is not a date and time, okay, so standard hours 80 hours, okay, it could be weekly or monthly, I don't know, okay, so standard data. If you see all from here, all are integer, okay, yeah, all integer. So to save time, I'll just type, I'll just copy and paste it, okay. Next one is this integer. Okay, so we have added all the data type that we can think of. Okay, let me see if there is a space and all. Okay, good. I don't see any issues, so I will go ahead and create a table. Okay, so table is done. Okay, now I'll check if I have any data. Okay, so I have the empty skeleton created. Okay, now I want to copy the file, the this file, the CSV file into this table. Okay, okay. So copy. How many rows? 1470. Okay, I'll just copy paste and run this. Okay, see now I have the same data. Okay, age, attrition, business, travel, and all these things are loaded here. Okay, I'll just write select. So attrition, how many attritions are there here? Okay, so I can say select attrition uh, from HR attrition, right? HR underscore attrition table. Okay. Now I have only two values, this and this. Okay. Now what I'll do is I want to count. Okay. I have only two values there. Okay. That is also you can do, or you can do count of attrition column. Okay. 1470. There are different ways. This is what we're going to learn uh, in aggregation. Okay. So I'm just showing you some examples here. Okay, so I want to see a attrition report for age that is equal to 30. Okay, so I have all 30 here. So if you see most of them attrition, no. Younger people are not leaving, you can see. Okay, and travel rarely, frequently, no. Okay, and this is daily rate. Maybe how much they are paid. on a daily basis. Okay, distance from home. Okay, this is education. So one, two, three. I don't know what is one, what is two, three. Okay. So whenever you download any data, right, you need to know the dictionary. Okay. If you notice here, we have the dictionary here. Okay. So this one. Okay. Age, attrition, daily rate. Okay. Daily rate. 1 minute. Discussion, suggestion, dictionary. That column. Okay, for some reason, for this data set, the data dictionary is not shared here. Okay, what is data dictionary? Say, for example, whatever the columns we see here, they need to explain about those columns. Okay, why it has one? Okay, one means what? Okay, now for example, we have, okay, I think here it is there. Education, one means below college, two means college, three means bachelor, four means master, and five means doctorate. Okay, so here it is there. I was looking at down. Generally, they will put it here in this column, but here they he has added in the text itself. Work-life balance, relationship, low, medium, high, very high, performance rating, low, good. So I want to see how many are low here. Okay, in the entire company. Okay, so what I'll do is performance rating, right? So I'll say I'll copy this. Okay, HR. Okay, performance rating equals to 1. Okay, so so performance rating 1 is not there. Let me try with 2. 1 minute, I think there is some problem. I'll just go through this. Maybe I'm missing something here. Where is performance rating? Performance. Yeah, this one. PRFORMANC rating. Performance rating. Okay, I have 3, I have 4, but I don't see 2 and 1, which is very low. Okay, so how do you find out whether we have 1 or no? Okay, so you can use the, you just copy this, paste it here. You can use distinct. Okay, within bracket you can give the column name. Okay, I have this column name. Okay, I want to see how many values are there in that column. Okay, so I have only 4 and 3, so there are no low performer. Okay, in this company, so we have 3 and 4. If you want to see what is the count of 3, okay, you can say from HR, uh, where performance rating equals to 3. Okay, sorry, not distinct, count. 1244. Okay, out of total employees, how many are the total employees? These are the metrics that you have to be very good. 1470. Out of 1470, how many are On a performance rating of 3, 1244. Okay, how many are on 4? Minus whatever 144 you minus, those are the top performance. Okay, or you can take this and put here as 4. Same statement. So 226 are top performer for this year in this company. Okay, so this is one of the task, okay, that I want to show you. Uh, and also you can see job role, job level. One is the entry level, I guess. Okay, what is this job level, right? So if you go to the dictionary again, uh, job involvement, where is job level? No. Okay, now you see something called work life balance. So some of them has quoted as 1, which is bad. Okay, let's see how many people has mentioned as bad rating. Okay, I'll just copy this one, is equal to 1, because I'm interested in how many people had a bad experience. So 80, total 80 people are there who are having a bad experience. Now you see the age group. Okay, age group, you have mixed of youngsters as well as mid age. Okay, 40, 51, travel, radio, research, development, life science, blah blah blah. So this will be very good, guys. Okay, when you do some analysis, right, you have to think, okay, what else I can do? Attrition. Okay, so age group, wherever you want to see the age group above 400. Okay, sorry, above 40. 40 plus, what is the count? Okay, here, okay, where work life balance is equal to this one, and age greater than 40. Okay, I want to see how many mid group are here, mid age. So how much? 25. You see, okay, 25 is okay. Okay, and we want to do some more analysis between 30, where is 25, where age group is greater than 25, okay, greater than 25 and less than 30. Uh, okay, I'll say age equals to 25 and I think it should work and less than 30, or I have to use a different operator. It says less than. Okay, 1 minute. I'll just refer the APT. Okay, yeah. Okay, equal to, less than, greater than or equal to, not equal to. Okay, I can also use between. Check if the value is between the range of values. the partition. Okay, I think I've already shared, if I'm not wrong. I'll just open that file. SQL joins constraints practice 3. Yeah. Okay, not equal to, rating not equal to. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And age is less than. Okay. I have to use and, not ampersand. Sorry. Okay. Here is my file. Uh, skill joins constraints practice. One minute, guys. I'll just close all these things. One, two, three. Don't save. This one also. I'll just leave it. There is one more. Mm, import. Yeah, this one. So age is equal to, age is greater than 25, and again I have to use age is less than 30. Okay. Yep. Okay. So I have to use the column name here. Okay. So that is what I was missing. So always you can refer. Okay. So whatever the files that I'm sharing, right, you can refer. So here, what is the count? 13. Okay. So those who have given a bad work-life balance are age group between 25 to 30. Okay. So your leader will come and say, I want to find out the youngsters list who has marked work-life balance as 1. Okay. So this is how you can pull up the information and then you can do. Okay. And you can, here you can use the count also with star. Okay. Count also. See, right now I'm seeing a data. I don't want a data. I just need a number. Okay. Numeric number. 13. Okay. Something like this. If you use something like this, you will get a count. Okay. You just, so you have to look at the data and do some analysis. Okay. So HR data, marketing data, you can do a practice. Okay. And also, guys, tomorrow, actually, I want to inform you is tomorrow there is a seminar. There is a what is it, training going on what is that? 1 minute. Yeah, there is a workshop going on generative AI. Okay, it's a free session and it is for 3 hours. Okay, 7 to 10. Okay, so if you guys can share me your email address in the same group, I will share the invite with you guys on your Gmail. Okay. Tomorrow will not have class because I want to join that. Even I'm learning. Okay. So I want you to also. It's a basics. Okay. So it's a good start with this. Okay. Generative AI. So you will run from basics. Okay. So if you guys are interested, 7 to 10. Okay. So 7 o'clock is our login. So tomorrow I'm also logging. So that's the reason I'm telling I'll be there. Okay. And day after tomorrow we'll start with yeah, import. We have one more with a manual way, that is through mouse click. Okay. I'll also show you that also. day after tomorrow, and then we'll start with new topic called aggregation. Okay, aggregation will be very interesting because you have to use your brain and do so use your logical ideas how you can pull the information, something like this. Okay, so whatever the questions your leaders or your manager ask, right, you jot it down. Okay, and then look in the database whether you have those columns, whatever he's looking for. Okay, and then we will also learn about the transformation. Okay, for example, there is no column created here. Okay, for example, profit. I have a sales data where profit is not there, but you have to find out the profit. Okay, so how do you find the profit? Actual price minus selling price is your profit, right? So you need to create one column and you have to tell Postgres that you squeeze this data from these two columns, this minus this, and fill the column. Okay, you can do that. That also will learn. Okay, so that is called transformation, and we'll also do EDA, exploratory data analysis. Okay, which is very common nowadays with data. Okay, so you will learn how to deal with null value, how to deal with data analysis and all you can do with commands. Okay, so I'll pick up some data here and then we will start doing uh, the practice. Okay, that will be very interesting because now I mean the EDA same thing we were doing with Python. Okay, so in Python you have one line, two lines commands. Okay, where you will do all these things. And also guys, at least next week I want you guys to create a chat GPT account. Okay, I'll also show you how you can do analysis connecting to ChatGPT with a simple English uh, statement. Okay, so you have a like HR attrition. Can you find out? Tell me how many employees are there within the age group of this to this. Okay, it will fetch and it will give the result. So we will do the integration with Postgres. Okay, so you create your account in ChatGPT because we need a API key for that purpose. So for our learning, so I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so these are the things nowadays it is happening in the market. So or you can use the Claude desktop. Claude is very good, guys. Okay, I use Claude. I don't use ChatGPT nowadays. I use Claude. This is very good. Okay, just download, create a account with your Gmail, and then you can get going. Okay, why? Because you have uh, what is the yeah, file settings. Okay, here if you see here extensions. Okay, now see if you see in Claude I have added an extension called file system. Okay, now what does it do is it verifies, it interacts with my system. Okay, for example, I'll say how much space my download folder is taking. Okay, simple command. Okay, 1 minute, sorry, I have to be here. Okay, so how much space available in C drive? Okay, I'll just take this, sorry, I'll take this question, I'll put it here, I'll just reframe in my download folder. How much space is space taken my download folder? Okay, simple English statement. It will go interact, okay, with my system because there is an extension which I have loaded in Claude desktop and it will interact. Okay, so attempt 2 of 10 taking longer than usual. because I'm using a free edition, right? But this is very good, guys. Okay, you have all those extensions and all. In ChatGPT also, I'm playing around, but this one is very famous. So I'm using a free plan now. Okay, so if it is a paid one, it will be really very quick. And then we'll also learn how to create a agent. Okay, will create a agent and we'll ask to query, do all those analysis on your database. Okay, that will run all those command and it will generate a reports kind of thing. And then it will, and you can tell which, to which email you have to send. It will send to your email address. That also is doable. Okay. Yeah, generally what we have to do is we have a section here under settings. I think it is taking some time. Okay, I'll show you artifact project search settings. Where is connectors? Okay, now we have connectors also. See, you can connect with your Google Drive. Okay, then GitHub. If you have a GitHub account, you can connect. Okay, and then you can pull all your information from there. If you, I'm creating nowadays my GitHub account where I'm going to store all my work there so that I can also project that work uh, in my resume. Okay, so you can do that. GitHub also create an account for yourself and Cloud Desktop. Okay, this is very good. I'll uh, uh, post this one. I'll take one or two session on Cloud. I'll show the capabilities and all. Okay, okay, and where is this one? Yeah. So here, see browse extensions. So I have these many extensions. Okay, so if I want Postgres, okay, Postgres. Postman MCP server. Okay, I want post. One minute. SQL. One minute. Communication data design. Okay, I don't know whether it is there or not. Okay, so I mean I'll find out if there is a extension. If not, I have to go to Postgres and then I have to download and then I have to import into Cloud Desktop to connect to these. Uh, okay, it should be there. I saw this. You can connect actually. I don't know whether we have connector section where browse connectors. Circle black. Okay, here I'll just type Postgres. SQL managed databases authentication. So yeah, this is the one. So this will be a different name. Okay, guys. So don't worry. You will not see anything with database name. Okay, so using this also we can do magic. I'll show you because nowadays no, a lot of companies are using this AI and all MCP servers and all to connect to their database, and with a simple statement, English statement, they are writing and giving a command, do this that. Instead of writing all this, you can write simple English statement. Okay, and then you will fetch the same result what you are getting here. Okay, so you can write what is the count, how many male are there, how many female are there, okay, gender wise, from the HR attrition table where work-life balance is one, and I want to find out the age group between 25 to 30. That is your prompting. Okay, in Claude, it will connect to your database, and you have till which table and all. Okay, HR database and table is this one, HR attrition. It will fetch very nicely and give you the proper report. Okay, and there are other applications also there where you can connect multiple database. Okay, uh, dbeaver, dbeaver. I have an application called dbeaver. Okay, you can download this also. This is a open source. Okay, this is universal database manager. For example, in your system or in your organization, you have SQL, you have MongoDB, you have MySQL, NoSQL, uh, then you have Postgres, then you have what is that called, another dbduck. Okay, there are different data bases are there. Okay, but every time to connect to database, you need to connect with their proper application to proceed. Okay, so it says we scan from. Okay, I'll just leave this. Do not show upgrade. I can do later on. Okay, and then I can say close. And this is the interface that you will see. Okay, so here I have already connected to DVD rental the other day. Okay, so this is a database. You can see DVD rental. Okay, now I want to query, so I'll say open SQL script. Okay, I'll say select star from film. Okay, I'll just take random sub table. Okay, and it will give you the drop down also. See, okay, so I'll say film table first one. Okay, 1 minute, what happened? Film. Okay, and then how do you run? You have an arrow here, just click on this. You get your reports here. Okay. I know this is very small. I'll check if we have window. I can increase navigation, appearance, one full screen. Okay, so this is about all these things, guys. I'll you just download this dbeaver. Okay, the application name is called dbeaver. Okay, it's an open source, you don't have to pay anything. Okay, so you can connect different databases. Okay, so if you practice all these things, right, these are the things that I mean, nowadays they are asking different environment connectivity, and you can use the cloud desktop also to connect to a different database, and then you can query using a simple prompt engineering. Okay, prompting with a simple English. Okay, this comes only by practice, guys. Okay, so this is pretty much, and please share your email address in this thing. So tomorrow will not have class because I want to join there for that session, generative AI, and I'm gonna add you guys there. Uh, After you share your email address, just paste it in the same chat. Uh, okay, I will add it. You will get a invite in your Gmail tomorrow 7 to 10. Okay, it will be very interesting. Spend some time to learn something new. Okay, if for some reason if it is getting cancelled, I'll continue with my class. And this week we will have 5 days. Okay, because last week I missed one class, so I want to cover that. So we'll have Friday also this week. Okay, next week and all we'll have Friday your practice day, so you continue with your practice, uh, and then we'll go with that flow only. Okay, I'm gonna share this